game off the road. And Jim Fregosi said, hey, if you're going to do anything at all during the season, you better start winning some games at home and then play better on the road. They did play better on the road, but then it all went away this weekend in Houston, and a pretty good trip turned out to be a not so good trip. But 7 games here this week with the Cubs and the Cardinals, and they need to win some ball games at home, because after that 20 out of 26 are on the road.
I think one of the encouraging things about the Houston series, even though the Phillies didn't win any games, was the starting pitching wasn't all that bad.
Oh, I agree. You know, when you go down to Houston, Harry, you usually don't think your team's going to hit much. And the Phillies didn't hit a whole lot down there, but neither did the Astros, because the Phillies pitching was good. I think the difference in that game is what we talked about all weekend, was obviously the defense. The Astros had the superior defense. They got into close games down there. Usually if you have the better defense, you're going to win the close games.
John Kruk is in the lineup again tonight. He was not in the lineup on Sunday. What are the plans for the Kruk?
Well, Jim Fregosi told us tonight on his pregame radio show that his plan right now is to play John a day and then rest him a day and then play him another day. And he said that on his off day they're going to do some physical conditioning stuff with him. With Jeff Cooper has set up a program, and that's what John's going to do on the off day. So Ricky Jordan will play first base one day, Kruk will play the next day. Fregosi just feels that Kruk's gotten a little far behind because of the cancer problems, obviously, in spring training, and the knee problem that he had, and that they want him to do a few things on the days that he's not playing. So that's up to the manager and the trainers and John Kruk, I guess.
Whitey, the Phillies coming into this game facing a team, the Chicago Cubs, who have not been hot. They've lost 6 in a row. They lost an extra inning game yesterday. It took them 4 hours and 47 minutes to lose it, but they have not been a hot ball club, and they're experiencing some pitching problems also.
Well, you know, it's funny. Before this 6-game losing streak they're in now, the Phillies started that, of course, in Chicago. They were playing good baseball. They had gone out and played the Dodgers, who were in first place in their division. They took that Dodgers series. They went down and played Atlanta, who first in the East Division, and they played very, very strong baseball against them. And then the bottom dropped out, and that's what can happen to you when you don't have that pitching, that consistent pitching. They're throwing some pitchers out there they don't want to throw, that may pitch a good ball game and then pitch a couple bad ones. The Phillies, I think, do that once in a while, and so does almost every other club now.
Derek May comes limping into this series, 1 out of his last 18, but the Veterans Stadium seems to bring him to life.
Yeah, he'll come out of it. He has hit seven of his home runs against the Phillies, and 5 of them in this ballpark. And I don't think he is a power type hitter. He's a big guy, and he's strong, and he hits some home runs every once in a while when he gets a hold of the ball. But he's a big guy that hits like a singles hitter. He uses all the fields, and he does, of course, hit a lot of singles. But his lifetime average against the Phillies, I think, is around 320. And I'd be surprised if he's not very happy to be in here this weekend, because, you know, he's from this area, the Delaware area, and he's had
heavy rains, a deluge here that flooded the press box area, most of the radio TV booths, and where the writers sit here, because the gutters above us were just totally inundated with too much water and spilled over the side into this press area. But people here at the ballpark did a good job. The ground crew did a good job in getting the field ready, and the crew up here did a good job in getting these booths dry. And we're going to have a ball game here, the Phillies and the Chicago Cubs. Tom Trebelhorn starting lineup for the Chicago Cubs tonight. We'll have Tuffy Rhodes, center fielder, leading off. Ryan Sandberg at second base, bats second. Derek May, the left fielder, hitting third. Mark Grace, first base, bats fourth. Rick Wilkins catching, hitting fifth. Sammy Sosa, the right fielder, bats sixth. Steve Buechele, third base, hitting seventh. Sean Dunson at shortstop, bats eighth. Batting ninth and pitching Jim Bullinger, and that lineup is facing Sean Bosky.
Their former teammate, who is 6'3", 200 pounds, 27 years of age. There you see the numbers on right-hander Sean Bosky. Pitched a real good game against the Cubs last week, beating them at Wrigley Field.
Defensively behind Bosky, Kim Baptiste at third base, Kevin Stocker shortstop, Mariano Duncan at second, and John Kruk at first. Aaron Dalton catching. Pete Incaviglia in left field, Lenny Dykstra in center, and Jim Eisenreich in right. Umpires tonight: Jerry Lane calls the balls and strikes. Crew chief Paul Runge at first base. Dana DeMuth at second. And Tom Hallion will umpire at third.
Harry, talking about all that rain, and there's the beautiful flag that was unveiled before the game during the impressive D-Day ceremonies. Unfortunately, you know, they were kind of set back by the weather tonight, but a great ceremony.
It really was an impressive ceremony, the 50th anniversary of D-Day, and it was quite a ceremony. It's a shame it started a little bit late.
That was classic eyes right that Marine was giving.
Here's a veteran of D-Day who was honored before the game.
Well, talking about the field conditions now, as Harry mentioned, the ground crew did a great job. They covered the infield just while the Phillies were hitting, so the infield's okay. The outfield will be a mess. There's nothing they can do about it. There's still puddles in the outfield through the drain through turf, but the ball will really scoot out there.
First pitch of the game is a called strike to Tuffy Rhodes, who's hitting at .249. Part of the ceremonies, too, a great choral group, the Lawrence High School Madrigal Singers. Richard Stemhagen, the director, and they performed admirably here before the game. No balls and 2 strikes to Tuffy Rhodes. Down and in, it's 1-2.
Bosky had good control in the game at Wrigley Field last week. A hard fastball, good slider, and pitched a very, very effective game against the Cubs.
Chased a high fastball, missed it, struck him out. 1 down. That'll bring on Ryan Sandberg.
2 fastballs, a slider, and then a high fastball away. And you saw the numbers on Tuffy Rhodes. He has been struggling a lot, and he went after that one.
Ray Tipton, our producer director, and all of us of the crew here at the ballpark want to send along our very best to Aldo Farnese. Aldo is recuperating at Thomas Jefferson Hospital, a veteran of our television crew, and we miss the great Aldo around here. Hope you're back real soon, Aldo. God bless.
Yeah, he's one of the best guys you ever want to meet. Sorry to hear that Aldo's scuffling a little bit, but we'll see him real soon.
1 strike to Ryan Sandberg. Ball and a strike. Sandberg hitting at .251. He was really the only one that hurt Sean Bosky at Wrigley. Went 2 for 3, including a home run. He is 0 for his last 12.
I think
it's on Sandberg-like unless it's April.
Well, I think Bosky made a classic mistake to him last week, Harry, and that was he tried to throw a fastball up and into it. And he doesn't miss many of those.
2 balls and a strike to Ryan Sandberg. Send along our get well wishes tonight to Bill Brasco, former Phillies security guard, from his brother George, who works here at the ballpark, and from all of us. Bill at Pennsylvania Hospital. Hope Bill's feeling better real soon. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ryan Sandberg. Chops that ball. It is a fair ball, and Dalton throws out Sandberg. 2 quick outs for Bosky here in the first, and that'll bring up Derek May.
You notice the way he stayed away from Sandberg for the most part in that at bat. I think it took Bosky just 1 time last week to understand what most pitchers in this league know, that if you throw Ryan Sandberg fastballs up and in, he hits them on Waveland Avenue.
Derek May is batting at .310. He's been in the throes of a slump. 1 for his last 18, but the Newark, Delaware native loves hitting here. He's a .341 lifetime hitter here at the vet with 5 career home runs.
And he pulled those home runs, too. Whitey was talking about him before the game, and he gets into hitting the ball the other way quite a bit sometimes, and they want him to pull more balls. And those home runs he's hit here, he's hit them all to right and right center.
1 strike to Derek May. 1-1. The Cubs are 1 over 500 on the road.
However,
in the friendly confines of Wrigley Field, 11 under, 9 and 20. That's unbelievable.
Well, they've had a 12-game losing streak at home, and now they have a 6-game losing streak at home that the Phillies got them started on last week. That's 18 of them.
Ball and 2 strikes to Derek May. Fly ball center field, not deep. Dykstra coming in, still coming, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. After 1/2, Cubs nothing. Phil's coming to bat.
At Geo, we've thought a lot about safety. That's why Geo Prism comes with standard dual airbags and available anti-lock brakes. In addition, it's equipped with a rugged steel safety cage. You see, we not only want to make accidents easier to avoid, we also want to make them easier to walk away from.
Call 1-800-GET-TO-KNOW and get to know Geo Prism with over 100 standard safety features.
Try to keep things clean. Because I said so.
When you fill up with Mobile Super Plus detergent gasoline,
Don't bounce the ball off the
you
ceiling.
put years of detergent know-how into your engine.
I just washed the window. Keep your fingers off the glass. This thing looks worse than your room does.
So we can help you clean the inside of your engine as you drive. Keep vital parts free from dirt and deposits. Of course, keeping the inside of your car clean, well, we'll have to leave that up to you. Mobile, how can we help you?
To soothe athlete's foot, Desinex does it. But to cure athlete's foot, Desinex does it. Only Desinex has UDA to both soothe the discomfort and kill the fungus. To soothe and cure, Desinex does it all.
Back at Veterans Stadium, this game starting a half hour late because of the rains. Cubs have taken the field, and Jim Fragosi's lineup for the Phillies tonight. Lenny Dykstra, center field, leads off. Mariano Duncan, second base, bats second. John Kruk, first baseman, hitting third. Darren Dalton catching, batting fourth. Pete Incaviglia, left field, hits fifth. Jim Eisenreich, right fielder, batting sixth. Kim Baptiste, the third baseman, hits seventh. Kevin Stocker at shortstop, batting eighth, and batting ninth, and pitching Sean Bosky. That lineup is facing Jim Bullinger.
There are the numbers on Bullinger. 6'2", 185-pounder, 28 years of age. He has been a relief pitcher for the most part, but they think he can start and win for them, and he's going to get a chance now that Mike Morgan is having his problems.
Defensively behind Bullinger, Steve Buechele at third, Sean Dunston at shortstop, Ryan Sandberg at second, Mark Grace at first. Rick Wilkins does the catching. In the outfield, Derek May in left, Tuffy Rhodes in center, and Sammy Sosa in right. Now, veteran Mike Morgan has been placed on the disabled list due to emotional stress. Nothing wrong physically, but emotional stress. DLing Mike Morgan. Lenny Dykstra leads it off, batting at .305. Leads the league in runs scored, leads the league in walks. 1 ball and no strikes. Bullinger started his career as an infielder. He was signed as a shortstop and played his first 4 years in the minors as a shortstop before he became a pitcher in 1990. Just missing, 2 balls and no strikes.
2 guys tonight, both Bullinger and Bosky, beginning their careers in the Cubs minor league system other than pitching. And both of them are pretty good offensive players for pitchers.
High with it, 3 balls and no strikes. Anniversary wishes to Don and Bert Reed of Gibbstown, New Jersey today. And also to Al and Mary Dorley, Glenside, Pennsylvania, from their children. 3 balls and 1 strike to Lenny Dykstra. .53 runs scored, most in the league. 45 walks, most in the league. Second in extra base hits is dude. Chops that ball foul down the first base side. It's a full count.
But you see how the Cubs play defense on this turf. You know, they're so used to playing at Wrigley Field on that grass, and it's so slow there. You would think when they come here, it's got to be a little bit different. And they were not able to take ground balls tonight because the rain curtailed the batting practice. So that ball has to get on these infielders in a hurry.
Full count to Lenny Dykstra. Beats that ball foul over the Phillies dugout. Bullinger, 6'2", 185-pounder. He went to the University of New Orleans. He's from the great city of Metairie, Louisiana. just outside of New Orleans. Lenny is aboard with a walk. His 46th. He's a leadoff base runner. It'll bring up Mariano Duncan. Duncan hitting at .282. Send along our get well wishes to Tony Alessandrine of Williamstown, New Jersey. Tony had a bypass operation at Jefferson Hospital. Dykstra at first and nobody out. Draws the throw. Another throw. Belated 81st birthday wishes to Joseph Glaufeski of Maple Shade, New Jersey. Goes. Wilkins' throw bounces up there, goes into center field. Lenny hesitated. The throw from Tuffy Rhodes. He still gets the third. Stolen base. Throwing error on Wilkins.
He picked a great pitch to run on. It was a breaking ball. It was interesting the way, as Harry said, he hesitated and then went. You know, the ball's really going to be tough to throw from the outfield tonight because it's going to get really wet. Right there, he sees it go into center field as it gets by Sandberg there, then by the shortstop Dunston, and Rhodes was right on it, and he still beat it easily. He threw that ball straight down into the ground. It was a poor throw by Tuffy Rhodes, so Dykstra took a gamble and made it.
So Lenny at third base, nobody out. Duncan takes it low. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Duncan has a chance for an easy run batted in now for him as they're playing the infield back.
Two balls and a strike. Send along our best for a speedy recovery to Poras Salame, recovering from eye surgery. Poras is feeling better. Two balls and a strike to Duncan. Base hit left center field. Watch that baby skid. It's cut off by the splashing Derek May. It'll be a double for Duncan. Dykstra scores for the 54th time this year, and the Phillies jump to a 1-0 lead.
That's our first example of what it's going to be like in that outfield tonight. That ball flew when it hit that turf, and then Derek May skidded along the turf to try and stop it from going to the wall. And all he did was get wet. Boy, does he splash on this one. We mentioned there's a lot of standing water out there from the torrential rain. Look at the ball picking up the water, and then he splashes through it. It's going to be a tough night for the outfielders.
Duncan at second base. It brings on John Kruk. He'll try to pull the ball. Phillies jump to a 1-0 lead. Now what the Phillies are going to have to try to do is do some things in the other 8 innings.
Yeah.
Phillies jumped to leads in the Houston series, scoring in the first inning in all 3 games, and only got 1 run the rest of the innings.
Kind of sat on it. Well, now that they're home, you think they're going to score more runs. I mean, they normally do in this ballpark.
He pulls the ball over the head of Sandberg and into right field. A broken bat base hit for the Crucker. And the Phillies have runners at first and third. Still nobody out.
Kruk just trying to pull the ball to move the runner over. It looked as if Sandberg might have mistimed his leap a little bit on this. Well, maybe not. I mean, he went high. It just didn't seem like he went up when he wanted to. He just seemed like he was not in sync on that, as athletic as Sandberg is.
Philly runners first and third, nobody out for Darren Dalton, who's hitting .276. He's tied for 8th in the league in runs batted in with 39. Birthday wishes tonight to the lovely Dot Maglio. Any happy returns of the day to Dot. 1 ball and no strikes to Dalton. Outside corner with a breaking ball, 1-1.
Cubs really played Dalton to pull. Dunston, the shortstop, well over near second base, and way off the line at third is Buechele. There you see. Almost impossible for Dalton to hit a ball up the middle and get a base hit to the left side of second.
William to pull in the outfield as well. That's low, and it's 2-1. Send our best to Cass DeBona, recuperating from recent surgery. Hope Cass is feeling better real soon. Base hit right field. Duncan waltzes home. Kruk will stop at second, and the Phillies lead at 2-0, and still nobody out.
Phillies can't do anything wrong right now. Bullinger looked like he threw an off-speed pitch, probably a breaking ball to Darren, and he just kind of went out and hooked it to right field and got himself an RBI out of it. Here comes Mo Drabowski, the pitching coach, out to talk to Bullinger, who's off to a rocky start.
Bullinger lifetime against the Phillies is 0-1. His career ERA is 15.75. He's only pitched about 4 innings. He has a couple of saves against the Phillies.
It's not helping him much now. 7 earned runs in 4 innings pitched coming into this game.
Still doesn't have anybody out, and Pete Incaviglia, the batter, batting at .254. 10 homers, 21 RBIs.
Now batting for the Phillies, number 22, left-fielder Pete Incaviglia.
Chases a breaking ball, 0-1 to Incaviglia.
Incaviglia was positive he was going to get a first ball fastball, and he was going to drive it somewhere. And they start him with that curveball.
Tried another and missed with it. 1 ball and 1 strike. Triggles a foul off to the right of the plate, giving him all breaking balls. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Incaviglia. John Kruk at second, Darren Dalton at first. 2 runs across, nobody out here in the bottom half of the first inning.
Bullinger gave the Cubs a real good start last time out against Atlanta.
Beat them 4-2.
Yeah, in Atlanta, Fulton County Stadium too. So that's why they thought, well, maybe we can move this guy into the rotation. He can help us.
He's high with a fastball. It's 2-2.
Gave him 6+ innings in that game, just 2 hits and 1 earned run. Cubs won 2 out of 3 in Atlanta, 2 out of 3 against the Dodgers on a road trip, and then they came home and then lost 3 out of 4 to the Phillies, and then the Expos swept them.
Used the breaking ball foul. It's still 2-2. Anniversary wishes to Charles and Dolores McManus tonight.
Yeah, I have one too, to Bill and Julie Brownlee, are great Phillies fans. Got a nice letter from them, so happy anniversary to Bill and Julie.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Pete Incaviglia. Into right field. Sammy Sosa right there. Incaviglia's out for out number 1 in the inning. That'll bring up Jim Eisenreich.
Finally saw a fastball, and it was a pretty good one from Bollinger. He ran it in on Incaviglia's hands and jammed him.
Helen Andruzzi of Levittown, Pennsylvania. 74th birthday today. Phils have 2 across, 2 men on base, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. A little bit low, 1-0 to Eisenreich. Phillies came into play 4th in the league in runs scored behind Cincinnati, Los Angeles, and Houston. One ball and 1 strike to Eisenreich. Jammed him, and he pops a fly into shallow center. Sammy Sosa coming in. Tuffy Rhodes coming in, makes the play for out number 2.
He's made 2 good pitches now on fastballs. He jammed Incaviglia. As Harry just said, he jammed Eisenreich, so Bollinger can see his way out of this now if he can get Baptiste, and the reason is he's gotten some fastballs in good spots.
Baptiste hitting at .253. He has a 6-game hitting streak going for him, hitting .409 in the last 6. Bruck at second, Dalton at first, 2 down. Beats the ball foul, 1 strike. Clay Baptiste is a dead pull hitter. Dunston way over in the hole at short, and in the outfield they're swung way around to the left, as you see. Bollinger does not throw real hard. That might be one of the reasons. Fouls that one off the end of his bat. No balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, they're playing him away, or to pull, as Harry said, and then he threw him a breaking ball away. What the idea of that is to get that breaking ball way away from Baptiste so he can't handle it, because the defense is set up for him to pull something.
Now balls and 2 strikes to Kim Baptiste. Got him with a breaking ball, struck him out to retire the side. Phil's put 2 on the board on 3 hits. There was 1 Chicago error and 2 men left. After 1, 2-0 Phils.
Big 4? Yeah, man, I play it every day. Hey, it's like I'd forget something that important.
Big 4 from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Don't forget.
And I check this lock once a week, too.
Did I park on 2? Anyway, I don't think you should go there to get your lottery. Daily number, play it all the time. I'd never forget something that important. Where did I park that car?
The Pennsylvania Lottery's daily number. Don't forget.
Or did I take the bus?
Falling in love again. What am I to do?
At Pizza Hut, now that any medium specialty pizza is only $7.99 and any second medium just $5, it's a great time to fall in love again with Pizza Hut. You can't help it.
There's something that can change the way a car performs over time. It's an advanced system of engine cleaning from Texaco. A true breakthrough in every octane grade. For the highest performance, lower emissions, and improved mileage. New Clean System 3 gasoline from Texaco. Give us 60 days and watch what the...
After one inning of play, the Phillies 2 and the Cubs nothing. Upcoming telecasts of Phillies baseball include tomorrow night's game at 7:30 here on PHL 17 and Wednesday night's series finale with the Cubs on the Sports Channel. Mark Grace will lead it off for the Cubs. Pitching matchup tomorrow night will be Danny Jackson going against Anthony Young. And on Wednesday, David West against a fellow that went to the Cubs in the Sean Bosky deal, Kevin Foster. Grace hitting at .319, 1 strike to him. Send our best for a speedy recovery to Charlie Love, watching the game in the Atlantic City Hospital. Popped him up down the third base side, and foul ground is Kim Baptiste. Makes the play for round number 1.
Pretty good job on Grace there, starting with a changeup. Got that in his mind and then threw a fastball, and Grace can really hit the fastball, but he was late on it and popped it up to Baptiste.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Phillies and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of the Phillies. Rick Wilkins hitting at .228. 4 homers. He's knocked in 14. Cub catcher coming off a big year in which he hit .303 with 30 home runs. Slams that ball in the gap in right center field. Takes one hop and off the fence. Dykstra gets it back into the infield. It'll be a double for Wilkins.
Like a high changeup to Rick Wilkins, who knows Bosky very well, having caught him for so long. And you see it just kind of sit up there and out over the plate. That ball's supposed to sink down and away from a left-handed batter, and did not.
Brings up Sammy Sosa, who's hitting at .264.
Number 21, Sammy Sosa.
Birthday wishes to Kiki Day and to Angela Day. Great Fred Day's daughter and daughter-in-law and granddaughter celebrating birthdays today. One ball and no strikes to Sammy Sosa.
That game at Wrigley Field last week when Sammy Sosa did that.
Phils came back from a 7-1 deficit in that game to win it.
Sosa wants to know, did I swing at it or was it over? And he appeared to swing at it. It might have been over also.
This guy's got a lot of talent, Sammy Sosa. Got power. He can run. Good arm.
He has all the tools to be a great player, but he just plays a little bit out of control. I don't know they're ever going to be able to harness it where he'll be a real steady player. He swings so hard at everything.
Got that one off the end of his bat foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
What you want to do is stay away from him with breaking balls for the most part. Once in a while come in and try and tie him up, but you can get him out away because he swings so hard at everything.
He's 25 years old. Came to the Cubs from the Chicago White Sox. White Sox got him from the Texas Rangers in what might have been one of their all-time great deals. They got Sammy Sosa, Wilson Alvarez, and Scott Fletcher for Harold Baines and Fred Manrique from Texas. Wilson Alvarez is tearing it up in the American League, of course. And Fletcher had a couple of good years for the Palos.
They got Sosa for George Bell, right?
Yeah, Sosa came over to the Cubs in the George Bell deal. Good fastball struck him out. Second strikeout for Bosky. Sosa will strike out his share at times. He's among the league leaders.
I think he had breaking ball on his mind, and so they set him up to throw a fastball by him right down the middle, and he's late on it.
Here's Steve Buechele hitting at .231. 7 homers. He has knocked in 26. Bills lead 2-0. We're in the second. Wilkins at second base. Inside, 1-0.
Last time we saw Steve Buechele, he was showing Joe West what a real swing looked like. And he was ejected from that game.
Yep. Just missing. 2 balls and no strikes. And the 2-0 changeup and missed with it. 3-0. 3 balls and no strikes to Buechele. Sean Dunston due up next. Walked him on 4 pitches. First walk given up by Bosky. The batter will be Dunston. Dunston has been moved down in the lineup. When Phillies played these Cubbies at Wrigley, he was hitting in the 2-hole. Now he's hitting out of the 8-hole.
Cubs have those new road uniforms this year. They've changed their style of uniforms quite a bit in the last few years. This is another new look.
And Mike Piazza's hit a grand slam home run at Florida.
Too bad he can't play in his second year, huh?
Yeah.
What a jinx.
Now all he has is 54 RBIs. Looped into right field. That's a base hit. Rounding third is Wilkins. Here's Eisenreich's throw. It'll be wide and late. And the Cubs are on the board. It's 2-1 on the RBI single by Sean Dunston.
Right off the end of the bat for Sean Dunston. And he loops it into right field. Now the third base coaches are going to send people tonight because that ball is wet when it gets out there. And Eisenreich looked like he lost a grip on a little bit and the throw sailed wide. He had a shot at Wilkins, who doesn't run all that well. That's Tony Muser, who is the Cubs third base coach.
Jim Bullinger, the pitcher, is the batter. He's a good hitting pitcher. Broke in as a shortstop, as we mentioned. Hitting .250 this year. Lifetime, he's a .240 hitter, so he knows how to swing the bat. He's hit 1 home run in his career. It came off Raul Cormier. 1 strike to Bullinger.
On the first pitch he saw as a major league hitter.
Really?
Yep, at Busch Stadium.
No balls and a strike. Inside with it is 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Jim Bullinger. He offered 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bills lead 2-1 here in the second. They're the base runners. Buechel at second, Dunston at first. 2 outs. Two balls and 2 strikes. Him out. That'll retire the side. 3rd strikeout for Bosky. Cubs get a run. 2 hits, no errors, lead 2. We go to the bottom of the second. 2-1 Phillies.
Kelly Bundy gets her own cable talk show.
Today's topic, cute butts and the men they're attached to.
Kelly's always open for second opinions.
Who do you think has the cutest butt? Mel Gibson.
It's the kind of program the public wants.
We're going to talk about girls that we don't like.
On the next Married with Children.
Tomorrow at 6:30 on PHL 17.
When I got my Saturn, I noticed Dr. Cuervo also had one. I asked her why she got hers, and she said, well, it just made sense. And then I noticed Dr. Kwiatkowski had one. Turns out her sister recommended it. Well, then I saw Dr. Wong had one. So I said, come on, how many doctors are driving these things? You've got 4 opinions right here. Why did I buy the car? I was attracted to its safety features. Ask your doctor.
This summer, get ready to roll at Napa, the place more people rely on to keep their vehicles running and to help them save. Your choice, AC or Autolite resistor spark plugs, 74 cents after rebate. Napa Silver oil filters are as low as $1.99. And spruce up for summer with Colorline spray paints, just $1.29 per can. So stop by your nearest Napa Auto Parts store today and get ready to roll.
We keep America running. We keep America running.
It's hard to top this one. A free cap featuring the championship logo. Compliments of Texaco. For men 15 and over when the Phillies play the Cardinals Sunday, June 12th at 8:05. Call 463-1000.
Spend $50 on men's apparel at Strawbridge and Clothier this Saturday and Sunday and get a complimentary pair of Phillies tickets while quantities last. Kevin Stocker will lead off for the Phillies here in the bottom of the second. Stock hitting at .237. Stocker will be followed by Sean Bosky, then the top of the order, Lenny Dykstra. Jim Bullinger ready to go here in the bottom of the second inning. Back through the middle. Base hit center field for Kevin Stocker. Phillies' 4th hit off Bullinger. That'll bring on Bosky. He'll be up there to try to move him along. Sean as a hitter is 1 for 14 this year. A lot better hitter than that. He's 186 lifetime. Does have 1 sacrifice. Took the pitch for a strike. 0-1.
Bosky's definitely up there to bunt. He just thought that pitch was high, and that's why he took it.
Gets away from Wilkins. Moving up to second is Stocker on either a pass ball or a wild pitch. We'll have to wait and see how they score it.
It was a breaking ball, but it looked like Wilkins got a lot of leather on this, that he should have caught this ball. Yeah, he should have caught that. That did not hit the ground.
It is a pass ball on Wilkins. And Bosky walks down to Larry Boa to see if the bunt is still in order here to try to get Stocker to third base. Probably is.
I think so too. You know, you mentioned the way the Phillies sat on leads over the weekend in Houston and got burned. Well, they want to keep scoring runs in this series.
Takes a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
It's going to be tough for him to get it down first base side because Grace doesn't have to worry about holding anybody on as you look at Larry Boa. And Mark Grace, the first baseman, was almost at home plate when that ball was delivered. There you see Grace cheating at first.
Still bunting and misses on the bunt try, so he is a strikeout victim. Second strikeout for Bullinger. 1 down here in the second. That'll bring up Lenny Dykstra. Saturday, June 25th, a big night here at the ballpark. Always a lot of fun. You can take pictures of your favorite Phils on the field on Photo Night, sponsored by Kodak. Atlanta will be in. Crime Dog McGriff and that whole gang. So get your tickets now by calling 463-1000 or stop by any one of the many local Ticketmaster outlets. Dykstra walked and scored a run his first time up. He scored 54 runs. Breaking ball at the knees for a strike. Kevin Stocker at second base. Dunston shadowing him. Hard ground ball, but Mark Grace gobbles it up. Dykstra's retired. Stocker moves up to third, and that'll bring up Mariano Duncan. Dunk doubled to drive in a run his first time up. Kevin Stocker, third base, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Phillies lead 2-1. Bouncing ball chopped to Buechele. Short hops nicely, throws him out. Good play by Steve Buechele. Phillies are down in the second. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left after 2. It's 2-1 Phils.
There's no place on earth that I'd rather be than out in the open where it's all plain to see. If it's gonna get done, it's up to you and to me, and there's no place that I'd rather be. Come on along and head for the mountains of Bushville. Head for the mountains, it's cold and it's smooth, and it's waiting for you. Come on, head for the mountains of Bushville.
You build a razor with precision heads to shave below the skin in comfort. And what do you get? Cut a precision groove to help the Norelco lift and cut system shave even closer. And what do you get? Build a razor that shaves closer, smoother than ever before. And what do you get? The Norelco razor, our closest shave ever.
I've got the world on a string.
Wouldn't you like the world on a string? Switch and get the AT&T Business Advantage, and you can get a whole string of international advantages, like online translating, UPS discounts, fax troubleshooting, and more. Switch to AT&T by July 1st, and we'll tie it all up with a whole month of free calling. For AT&T quality and competitive prices, call 1-800-222-0900. Don't forget, let AT&T work for you.
What would you do with a Motorola pager?
Mom's at home. Pager.
With a Motorola pager, the important people in your life can always reach you.
Cool, this works.
The affordable, portable Motorola pager.
Tuffy Rhodes, the center fielder, will lead off for the Cubs here in the third. Tuppy struck out his first time up. Hits a ground ball to Mariano Duncan. Rhodes out on 1 pitch, 1 down. That'll bring up Ryan Sandberg. Our trivia question of the night brought to you by Dodge. Easy one tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Can you name the 3 National League catchers who hit more than 20 homers last year? That is cake. That is so. I'm going to have to get our producer director to start making them a little tougher.
Is he feeling sorry for me tonight?
I guess. 1 strike to Sandberg.
Well, I didn't get it yet.
Ryan topped out his first time up. Big hack, no contact. No balls and 2 strikes. Called out on strikes is Ryan Sandberg. 4th strikeout for Bosky. 2 down here in the 3rd. Sunday, this coming Sunday, don't forget we have a night game at 8:05 against St. Louis, and all men 15 and over get a free blue baseball cap with the Phil's '93 championship logo on the front. Compliments of Texaco. Great Father's Day gift, baseball and a cap for all men 15 and over. Get your tickets now for Sunday night's game by calling 463-1000 or stop by the Center City ticket office at Mellon PSFS Broad and Chestnut Streets, where Dudo Dowd will take care of your ticket needs. Eric May rips it down the right field line. 1-1 to May. He flied to center his first time up. Ball and a strike to May with 2 outs and no base runners. On the inside corner, 1-2. Jammed him and he pops a foul. Baptiste, a long run, makes the play. Good play by Kim Baptiste, and that will retire the side. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. 2-1 Phillies.
You can't use a mobile phone to tell your boss you're running late.
He said 2:45, right?
To tell your client you're stuck in traffic.
What, where is he?
Or tell your wife your car's broken down.
Temperature dropping rapidly towards this evening. The showers.
Unless
Hello?
the call goes through. A mobile phone is only as good as the system it's on. Choose Bell Atlantic Mobile.
The Braves are coming. Friday, June 24th at 7:35. Saturday, June 25th at 7:05 for Kodak Photo Night. And Sunday, June 26th at 1:35, when kids 14 and under get a free photo pack with pictures of Phillies players, compliments of Mellon PSFS. June is jumping with a pitching powerful Braves. Photo night and a free photo pack. Get your tickets now. Call 463-1000.
I wonder what the warranty covers. How does Prism's 24-hour roadside assistance work anyway? Can I get anti-lock brakes? Are the dual airbags really standard?
Before you buy a new car, you have a lot of questions. Call 1-800-GET-TO-KNOW and get to know all the answers about the Geo Prism.
How about if I just take this one?
Tonight's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Budweiser. Beechwood Age for a crisp, clean, classic taste. By Pico Energy. There's a new kind of energy around here, Pico Energy. And by the AT&T Business Advantage. Let it work for you. John Kruk leads off for the Phillies here in the 3rd. He singled his first time up. One strike to Kruk. He'll be followed by Darren Dalton and Pete Incaviglia. Bottom of the third. Phillies lead it 2-1. Outside, it's 1-1. Our trivia question tonight brought to you by Dodge. Can you name the 3 National League catchers who hit more than 20 homers last year?
Well, 2 of them are here. Rick
That
Wilkins and Darren Dalton.
That would be correct.
And the third, obviously, is the guy you talked about earlier tonight who hit the grand slam home run, Mike Piazza.
Piazza hit 35 last year. Wilkins 30. Dutch 24. Ground ball second base. Sandberg retires Kruk. 1 down in the third. That'll bring up Darren Dalton. And Bullinger has settled down now. Got off to a very shaky start. Gave up walk, double, single, single. Dalton singled to knock in a run his first time up. 1 strike to him. Wide, it's 1-1. Pretty well hit to center field, but Tuffy Rose right in front of the warning track makes the catch. 2 down. That'll bring up Pete Incaviglia. Incaviglia flied to right his first time up.
Bullinger has pretty good sink on his fastball, and it has some movement. That's one of the reasons why they think he has a chance to be a decent pitcher for them. And he has a hard breaking ball, and he looks like he also takes something off it once in a while.
Missing inside, 1-1.
Occasional changeup.
Wide, 2 balls and a strike.
This guy came in the league a couple years ago. I think it was 7 straight save opportunities he had, and he got them all for the Cubs in the space of like 2 or 3 weeks, and then started to come apart for him. But he has shown that he can pitch at this level. I think they're just trying to find out what he is.
Off the end of the bat a little bit, and Derek May is there. Makes the catch. That will retire the side. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. Rich Ashburn joins Chris Wheeler in the 4th after 3-2-1 Phillies.
And remember, tonight you're playing for Bud Light, lady. The boys are back in town.
These guys are good.
Who are you calling guys?
Yeah.
Looks like you're in the finals.
Ma'am, for the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
You're the defending ladies pool champion?
Yes, I am.
A punctual boy, our son.
Punctual? All over the world, UPS drivers are the same. Ask their mothers.
He's not rich. He's not handsome, but punctual.
He was even born on time.
They're obsessed with being on time. So UPS now guarantees on-time delivery to hundreds of cities around the world or your money back.
If my son says he will be there, he will be there.
It's a guarantee that not only has our driver's word on it, it has their mother's.
He breaks out in a rush if he's late.
Last year, Ford Motor Company had 5 of the 10 best-selling new cars and trucks in America. And to help keep your car running like new, we designed quality care preventive maintenance. Everything from changing your oil and filter to brake jobs and shocks. It's a level of care you won't find anywhere but your Ford dealer. Quality care, where the quality continues.
For service, see your Quality Plus Ford dealer. And while you're there, test drive the new Ford Windstar.
Photo Pack Day on Sunday, June the 26th is coming up. The Atlanta Braves will be in town. The game is at 1:35. A great new idea for all fans 14 and under. Color photo pack with a team picture, action shots of all the Phillies players, compliments of Mellon PSFS. So call 463-1000 for your tickets, or stop by the Phillies Center City ticket office at Mellon PSFS, Broad and Chestnut Streets. Mark Grace leads it off, and Bosky's first pitch, a fastball outside. Grace, Wilkins, and Sosa here in the fourth inning. Phillies 2, Cubs 1. Let's pause for station identification. This is the Phillies Television Network.
You're watching Phillies baseball on WPHL TV, Philadelphia.
2-0 to Mark Grace. Fly ball, center field, shallow. Grace fires his bat in disgust down the third baseline as Dykstra grabs it, one away. There is Mark Grace, who was not happy with that at bat, Whitey.
No, he's unhappy because he had a good pitch to hit. It was right over the plate and up a little bit.
There goes that War Club. So Grace is 0 for 2 tonight with a couple of pop-ups, one foul and one to center field. Here's Wilkins. He doubled to right his first time up and scored the Cubs run. Fouled straight back into the crowd. Crowd, of course, cut down tonight by the weather before the game. Some of the hardest rain you'll ever see. But still pretty good crowd and very enthusiastic. You can tell the people that are here really want to be here.
Yeah, the late rain, the last half hour before game time, really pouring.
Saw that line on Sean Bosky. He's pitching well against his ex-mates as he did last week at Wrigley. Got started about a half an hour late. Not too bad considering how hard it rained. 0-2 to Wilkins. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Like he threw him a changeup his first time up that he doubled to right center, and he got a lot of hard stuff that time.
To this fastball, and he's been throwing a little extra on that fastball once in a while. Been effective for him tonight. Seems like Bosky tries to put something extra on most of his pitches, and Bullinger's taking something off most of his pitches.
Sammy Sosa struck out on a fastball his first time up in the second inning. 5 strikeouts for Bosky. That's how many he struck out against the Cubs last week. Good pitch, fastball on the outside corner for a strike. 0-2. Bosky's strikeout high is 8 against the Phillies on June 9th of 1990. As we look at Kurt Schilling on the Phillies bench, Phillies got a good report on Schilling today. We'll share that with you in a little while. Sosa, that
hit him.
I think he said it's a foul.
Well, it hit the bat, but I think it also hit his hand.
Because Jerry Lane put both hands up in the air to indicate foul ball, and Sosa says it hit him.
It's a judgment call, so you could appeal it to one of the. Well, you'd appeal it to Paul Runge at first.
Well, one thing you're not going to see is a mark on him because he's got sweatbands, tape. he's pointing to where it hit him, but he's got all that padding. Sammy's got everything on that arm that he's allowed to have on there.
Not much you can do about that except get back in the batter's box.
See if you can tell here, Whitey.
I think it hit 2 things. I think it hit him and the bat.
So it's a strike.
Well, it hit him first. So he should probably get a hit batsman.
Well, Bosky will get a break then. It's a strike and it's 0-2. Count remains that way. Might go away from him now after that pitch inside. They do, and he fouls it down the right field line towards the crowd and out of play. Dr. Marone had some news today on several Phillies, and one of them being Curt Schilling. And he says Schilling has better motion than he did before the surgery and is painless. He threw today for the first time. He'll throw again tomorrow. And if he's okay, the plan is for him to throw on the side Wednesday. Depending on how he feels after that, he could possibly be ready to pitch in 2 weeks. And that is very, very good news for the Phillies, as they would love to have that man back. Misses inside. 2-2 now to Sammy Sosa. 2 outs, nobody on base.
Lester Rock in Stowe, PA is 80 today, and Jenny Brown in Florence, New Jersey is 72. Both avid fans.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a breaking ball. Number 6 for Sean Bosky. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Phil's lead at 2-1.
An experiment gone wrong creates a super telepath, and the thought police want him dead, if necessary.
Mindquake!
Let him go! Don't make me do this. Walter Koenig guest stars on the next Babylon 5.
And Kane and Peter risk everything to protect the heir to a nation.
He must not be allowed to ascend the throne.
On the next Kung Fu.
Wednesday beginning at 8 on PHL 17.
For all those who haven't read anything about the Volvo 850 Turbo, here's a brief synopsis.
Welcome to the Fleer Ultra Baseball Factory Tour. This year, we're putting gold foil stamping on both sides. Plus, more color-enhanced action on our all-new 3-photo backs. Fasten your seatbelts. Yeah! There's UV coating on both sides, too. And we're in your face with incredible inserts featuring superstars and hot rookies. There's one insert card in every pack. 94 Fleer Ultra Baseball, better than ever.
Never before has there been an argument this powerful for buying a Volvo.
Good evening. I'm Neil Hartman with a sports break in the American League tonight. 3 runs in the first for the Yankees. They lead Texas. Kansas City out in front of Baltimore 2-1 in the fourth. 4-3. Detroit leads Boston in the 6th inning. The rest are later on this evening. It's 2-1. The Phils lead. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Back at the vet.
All right, Neil, thanks a lot. Back here at Veterans Stadium, Jim Eisenreich will lead it off for the Phillies. Kim Baptiste on deck, and then Kevin Stocker. 2-4-0. Phils 1-2-1. Cubs here in the bottom of the 4th, delayed by rain for about a half an hour at the start tonight. Bullinger misses outside, throwing breaking balls, fastballs, occasional changeup. Pretty good movement with his fastball.
A little sink to it.
Jammed a couple hitters, one of them Eisenreich, his last time up. Hit hard, but right at Mark Grace, and the Gold Glover runs to first, and Eisenreich is 0 for 2, 1 out here in the 4th.
Grace is the wrong guy to hit it to.
Yeah, he gives you a lot of right turns. Kim Baptiste, the batter, he struck out on a breaking pitch.
Cubs have a fine defensive infield. Outfield's a little shaky.
Phillies have just left the city where you might have seen as good a defense as there is in the league with those Houston Astros. They were unbelievable all weekend. Overall, they were great. Batiste pulls off the off-speed pitch and misses. They are playing him as a dead pull hitter. Way over in left center is Tuffy Rhodes, and Dunston playing him in the hole at short. There you see that defense, and that's a pull hitter defense. See how far Grace is off the line at first. 1-1 to Batiste. Chases another one. 1-2.
That's about all he has thrown, Batiste, tonight, is that slider.
Well, he looks like he's opening up a little early on it.
About the only way you can hit that, the way Kimmy is going at it, is if he hangs one.
Chased it again. Wilkins tags him. Strikeout for Bullinger. 2 outs here in the 4th. Business person special. Another one is coming up. This will be the 3rd of 6 this year. Those Fun in the Sun midday baseball games here at the Vet, June the 29th. 1:05. The Florida Marlins will be in town. So just call 463-1000 for your tickets. They are compliments of Mellon PSFS, are those business person specials. Lots of fun. 6 of them this year. And that will be number 3 on June the 29th. Stocker the batter. Kevin has a base hit. Strike call. Stock now batting at .247, coming into the game .234 left-handed and .250 right-handed. Bullinger has really settled down since the Phillies scored 2 runs in the first inning and the first 4 batters got on base. He has only allowed 1 base runner since then, and that was Stocker's hit in the 2nd. Low, 2-1. Stocker trying to get on here with 2 outs and get Sean Bosky out of the way. Although Bosky's not a bad hitting pitcher, he hasn't done much with the bat since he's come over here, but he has shown he can hit. He almost hit a home run here one night. Up the middle again. Sandberg, a good play to his right, uses the turf and safe. Stocker beat it as Ryan Sandberg did all he could do, and Stocker's 2 for 2.
And that was a close play at first. Sandberg trying to bounce it over there on that AstroTurf. Made a good play hard to his right. All he could do was try to get something on the throw, and Stocker did just barely beat it.
Crew Chief Paul Runge to call that ball at Wrigley Field. The grass slows it up, and he throws him out easily.
He probably stands in front of the ball.
Bosky struck out trying to bunt his first time up. Gets a breaking ball from Bullinger. Wilkins must have said something to him to make him laugh after that swing. He threw Bullinger some of those. He threw Wilkins some. Up high. 1-1. Sean Bosky, a very pleasant guy. Been a nice addition to the ball club as Pitch Wilson's coming over here. Kevin Foster, the young pitcher the Phillies traded to the Cubs, will pitch here on Wednesday. They just recalled him from Iowa the other day. He's had 1 start so far. That's Stocker on at first with 2 outs. Bosky rips it to center field. It's scooting, and it's going to go to the wall. Stocker's going to score. Bosky to second. He's going to head for third. He will have a triple. And the Phillies lead at 3-1, and there's that wet AstroTurf coming into play.
That ball hit that wet turf and just shot by Tuffy Rhodes out there in center. He stung it. I mean, he hit a bullet.
Well, Bosky is a 186 lifetime hitter coming into the game. He was a 200 career hitter before this year, Whitey, and there you see it scoot on that turf.
That's a big hit for Bosky.
Heck yeah, we're talking about Stocker getting on to get him out of the way, and he comes up and triples. That's his 2nd career triple. He had a double off the top of the wall in the game against the Mets here earlier this year for the Phillies. There is Sean at third with 2 outs. He's giving himself an extra run, and Dykstra will try to knock him in. Lenny tonight 0 for 1. He walked in the first inning, stole his 11th base of the year, and then scored his league-leading 46th run. Or, excuse me, 54th run. He's walked 46 times to lead the league. (2-0).
He's doing everything a leadoff hitter should do, getting a lot of walks and hits and scoring a lot of runs. He also mixes in some power now and again.
Second in the league in doubles with 25 to Larry Walker's 26, and he also has 5 homers and 3 triples.
You could bat Dykstra anywhere. You could bat him first, you could bat him second, you could bat him third.
You know, if you want to hit him third and let him hit about 260 or 270 or something, he'd probably hit 25, 30 homers. But that's not his style of play right now, leading off. He can hit a lot of home runs if he wanted to pull the ball, strong as he is. Fly ball foul out of play left side, and the count even at 2-2 on Lenny. Phillies have picked up a 2-out run here on Stocker's infield hit and a triple to center by Bosky. Not a fun night to be an outfielder, as wet as that turf is. (3-1) Phillies here in the 4th. Chance for more. Low ball 3 on deck is Duncan. Full count on Dykstra. There is Mariano, who has a RBI double in this one. Takes the off-speed pitch high and walks again. His second of the game and his 47th of the year. Had a base open there, and he didn't give him a fastball to hit. Well, that'll bring up Duncan with a double to left center. Mariano's 36th run batted into the year, and he grounded to Buechele, who made a fine play on a short hop. Wilkins and Bullinger talk it over. This is Bullinger's 3rd start of the year. Tom Trebelhorn adjusting his lineup card there on the wall.
Talked to Tom Trebelhorn before the game. He's really an upbeat manager, and I suppose that's what you have to be.
Yeah, the Cubs have lost 6 in a row coming into this one. 3 to the Phillies, 3 to the Expos. Lob toss to first, and no problem for Dykstra to get back. 2 on now and 2 outs. 3-1 Phils in the 4th. Breaking ball over for a strike. Bullinger is 6'2", 185-pounder. He'll be 29 years of age on August the 21st. Inside 1-1. He was the Cubs' number 9 pick in June of 1986, so he has been in the Cubs organization his entire career. 6 and 8 lifetime in the major leagues.
Came up with a bang a couple of years ago. He just a one-hitter, hit a home run his first time up on the first pitch.
Then they put him in the bullpen. He did a good job. Duncan, ground ball to short. Dunston will take it himself. That'll do it for the Phillies here in the 4th inning, but they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and they leave 2. Through 4, 3-1 Phils.
Even with all the discussion about our nation's health care, Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield continue their 56-year mission more aggressively than ever. Thanks to the Blue Cross Blue Shield Caring Foundation, thousands of needy kids receive free health coverage at no cost to our commercial customers. Our special care program makes basic and preventive benefits available to hard-working adults who can't afford traditional coverage. We cover hundreds of thousands of individuals, senior citizens, and small businesses, giving them the peace of mind that comprehensive insurance can provide, which in most cases would not be available elsewhere. All this, plus our attractive, affordable programs like Personal Choice and Keystone. And we're doing the job with one of the lowest administrative expense ratios in the nation. That helps hold down your premiums. Within this ever-changing healthcare environment, Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield stand by their commitment to high-quality, accessible health insurance for everyone. No wonder we're the health plan you can lean on.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's wrestle!
Hi, Rick. Hey, Brian. How the wife and kids? How's your mom? Good. She says hi. Good.
And the winner of tonight's match receives Ice Cold Bud Light. Bud Light!
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Phillies scored 2 runs in the first on a Dalton single and a Duncan double. The Cubs scored a run on Dunston's RBI single after Wilkinson doubled, and then the Phillies with a Stocker single and a triple by Sean Bosky. 3-1 here in the 5th.
And Steve Buechele will lead it off, followed by Sean Dunston and Jim Bullinger. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball by Buechele, who walked his first time up. Bosky has struck out 6 through 4 innings, his career high 8 against the Phillies almost 3 years ago, or 4 years ago to the day. Foul tip held on to by Dalton.
This is D-Day, June 6th.
Well, that's been some great stuff on television today. That was really fun to watch a lot of that. One and 2. Buechele takes it outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Phillies had a little D-Day remembrance on the field prior to the game today. Buechele fouls it out of play, right field side. And Kurt Schilling, who we showed you earlier, is a military historian. Probably enjoyed a lot of the programs that have been on lately. Two and 2 to Buechele, and inside a full count. 1 walk issued so far. As you look at Buechele, who's been in a pretty bad slump in his last 14 games. That walk was drawn by Buechele in the 2nd inning. Grounded to third. Batiste on a big hop. Throws him out and 1 away. And Sean Dunston. Dunston looped a single to right, knocking in the Cubs' run in the 2nd inning for Dunston's 21st run batted in on the year. Sean from Brooklyn, #1 pick in the country the year he was selected. Was selected 3 picks ahead of Doc Gooden.
Jablonski's really been getting that first pitch strike in there a lot tonight. That really helps him.
Hard to Batiste, short hop. He throws him out, 2 down. Good play by the third baseman.
That was a bullet, but it was right at Batiste. Short hopped it. Gunned him out.
And Jim Bollinger, the batter, he struck out his first time up. 2 outs, nobody on base in the fifth. 3-6-0 Phils. A run, 2 hits, and 1 error for Chicago. First to 3 between the Phillies and the Cubs. High in the air to center field. Easy play for Lenny Dykstra. Drifts in a few steps. Grabs it, and that'll do it. 3 up and 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Halfway through, 3-1 Phils.
There's no one else on the field like him. I hear he's a big milk drinker. I can tell. That energy, and that strength, that body. Forget it, girls. He's taken.
Milk, whole, low fat or non-fat. It does a body good.
You know class from crass. You know crystal from glass.
The Grand? It's the place.
Take a tip. It's the people.
Look around. It's the style.
You know red from rosé. You know boardwalk from bay.
If you're looking for something grander in Atlantic City, you found it.
You know what's good and you love the Grand.
Mark your calendar for the ever-popular photo night, courtesy of Kodak, when the Phillies battle the Braves, Saturday, June 25th at 7:05. Got the picture? For tickets, call 463-1000.
Bo and Abe, 2 average teens from another planet with an insatiable appetite for fun, females, and food. They came from outer space. Weeknights at 5 on PHL 17.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the Yellow Pages. 9 out of 10 people use the genuine Bell Atlantic Yellow Pages. And by Dodge. See the award-winning lineup of new cars and trucks at your local Dodge dealer. John Kruk leads it off for the Phillies. In the 5th inning, it'll be Kruk, Dalton, and Incaviglia, the heart of the Phillies order. 3, 4, 5 hitters. Kruk has singled to right and grounded to second. You see Kruk's average at .333 on a 1-for-2 evening. And Bollinger's first pitch is low, ball 1. Cubs playing Kruk to pull in the outfield and in the infield. Tuffy Road shaded towards right center. And over for a strike, 1-1. Jerry Lane is the home plate umpire tonight, and there is the Cubs defense.
Made 2 good pitches on Kruk. That breaking ball right on the outside corner. They're going to throw him out there. Kruk might hit the ball to the opposite field here.
1-2 to John Kruk. Breaking ball, and he struck him out. So Kruk down on strikes.
That little slider that pitched inside. That's a pretty good pitch by Bollinger.
Strikeout number 4 for Bullinger. And Darren Dalton has an RBI hit now with 40 runs batted in on the year. Talk about playing somebody to pull. They are really playing Dalton to pull. Rhodes has moved over another couple steps to right center. You see Sandberg behind the white line at second. Outside 1-1. Incaviglia waits on deck. Darren Dalton now batting at .278 with 12 homers, 40 runs batted in.
He used to play Ted Williams, a Williams shift they called it. 3 infielders on the right side of the diamond, and third baseman over on the left side all by himself. He could have hit 800 if he ever wanted to bunt or hit the ball to the opposite field.
Outside again. I guess he did a pretty good job beating that shift, huh?
Well, he hit 400 doing it.
I mean, a lot of people say there was never a better hitter in the game than Ted Williams.
I never saw one. There maybe was earlier, but I never saw one after him.
Outside, he walked him. So Darren Dalton draws a walk. And with one out, Pete Incaviglia will bat. He has flied out to right and to left, 0 for 2 tonight.
Going in Incaviglia, a lot of those sliders.
Third walk issued by Bullinger.
Doing a fastball there right on the outside corner. That was a good pitch.
Darren Dalton leading off first base has a short lead. There he is. And there he goes. Wilkins' throw is in time, and he got him. Dalton can't believe it. He thought he beat the play. Wilkins made a terrific throw, though, right on the bag.
And that was a perfect throw. Right down there where Sandberg could field it and make the tag. I don't think he made the tag, though, quite soon enough.
See why Dalton thought he would beat it, because he did beat it. Aaron trying to use the element of surprise there. That's the first time he's been thrown out this year. He had stolen 3 bases prior to that. 1-1 on Incaviglia. Swings and misses at a breaking ball. Here it is again.
See, Sandberg goes to make the tag, but the leg's not there. That front leg comes in there. I believe he got it in there before the tag got him on the thigh.
It was Dana DeMuth who made the call, and it appeared that Dalton just did beat it. 1-2 to Incaviglia. Takes it outside. 2-2. Ken Caminetti's hit a home run tonight, his 9th of the year. San Diego leads Atlanta 2-1 there in the 7th inning. Ryan Klesko has a home run for Atlanta.
That was their only hit through the 6th inning.
Fouled back by Pete. Incaviglia keeps the inning going. Eisenreich waits next. We are in the bottom of the 5th of a rain-delayed game at the start. Phillies lead it 3-1. Broken bat, ground ball to second. Sandberg throws him out as the barrel of the bat heads towards second base. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Through 5, Phils lead it 3-1.
I'm bored. Let's count the palm trees again. Why are you looking at me like that, Iggy? You okay?
Cut it out. You're weirding me, man.
Stop looking at me like that, would ya? You're creeping me out. Cut that out, man.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
You're gonna twist my head off.
This is the ride you get with our competitor's gasoline.
How long is this gonna be? Looks like it's wiener brain. Vroom, brain. Mom!
This is the ride you get with Sunoco and Atlantic gasolines. Fill up with our top 2 grades at participating Sunoco and Atlantic stations, and we'll give you 5 free collector's edition baseball cards. Collect the set featuring 24 of some of today's hottest players.
Hey, how about all of mine for all
A more
yours?
enjoyable ride from Sunoco and Atlantic. If you were to take every article, every review, every honor, every award, everything positive people have had to say about the Toyota Camry and put it on a wall, you'd need a very big wall. And now there's the new 1994 Toyota Camry with dual airbags, a new V6, and built in America. Imagine the wall we're going to need for that.
After 5, pretty good pitching so far by these two guys, Whitey.
Yeah, Bosky with 6 strikeouts and only 1 walk. 4 strikeouts for Bullinger and 3 walks, and Bosky has the better of it so far, 3-1.
And the top of the order now for the Cubs. Tuffy Rhodes, Ryan Sandberg, and Derek May to face Sean Bosky. Rhodes has struck out and grounded to Duncan at second. Strike call to him. Tuffy Rhodes, who started the season on opening day by hitting 3 home runs against Doc Gooden at Wrigley Field. Wind was blowing out, but that's still some feat. First game of the year. He has a total of 7. Carl Tuffy Rhodes, formerly in the Astros organization. Comes inside with a strike 1 and 2 to Rhodes.
Like those Cubs' new uniforms?
Not particularly.
Why?
I like their other road uniform, the one they had last year.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't like that Cubs on the front. It's too big. Keeps trying to work him inside corner.
Trying to crowd Tuffy Rhodes. Let's see what Dalton wants now. They're coming back in there again, and the inside outs this one foul out of play third base side. They obviously want to pitch him inside. He wanted a high fastball that time. After coming inside, he saw Dalton put the 1 down and then motion up, hoping he would chase it as he did his first time up, but he didn't that time. So the count's 3-2. Now they're coming back inside. Fouled away just over our heads into the upper deck. Bosky went 7 innings against the Cubs last week at Wrigley. 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 of them earned. He walked 2, struck out 5, and beat them 4-2. That means he won. Base hit to right field. That was a fastball away, it looked like. Dalton wanted that pitch from Bosky, and Tuffy Rhodes hit it hard.
Usually that sign that was out over the plate. Usually that sign means you want him to put a little extra on the pitch, and that's what he has been doing.
He had retired 10 in a row. Before that, the last batter that reached base was Dunstan's RBI single in the second. Here's Sandberg 0 for 2. On deck batters Derek May, who was Whitey talked about in the pregame comments today, who really hits well in this ballpark. Fly ball center field shallow. Lenny Dykstra right there. One down. And back to first base goes Tuffy Rhodes. Well, the Texaco All-Star Game balloting is going on. It's your chance to vote for your best All-Stars to participate in the 1994 Texaco All-Star Game in Pittsburgh. Make sure your vote counts and make sure you vote. Ballots are available right here at the Vet when you come out, or any participating Texaco outlet. And don't wait too long. The balloting ends June the 27th. Here is Derek May. Broken bat, little looper to right, and Eisenreich and Dykstra are both there, and Lenny takes it 2 down. Whitey, he's pitching inside well tonight to these left-handed hitters.
He's also pitching inside well to the right-hand batters. You go in there, you better go in there with pretty good speed.
It made him pull his hands back there.
That ball broke back a little bit over the plate, but it was in there far enough and had enough on it so he couldn't get good wood on it.
And now a dangerous hitter, as always, Mark Grace, who's popped up and flied out. This time up, he fired his bat in disgust. Bosky moves over to first, and back is Tuffy Rhodes. Rhodes has stolen 4 bases in 7 attempts. A little overly concerned with Rhodes, it appears. I don't think he's going to go anywhere.
Not with Grace hitting and with Wilkins coming up next. This is not a time to get thrown out during the steal.
Outside, ball 1. 2 outs here in the 6th inning for the Cubs. They have a runner at first base. Phil's lead it by 2 at 3-1. Aaron Dalton walks out in front of home plate, offers some encouragement out to Sean Bosky. 2 balls and no strikes on Grace. Grace is always over the 300 mark, it seems, batting at .316. He's nibbled on him in this at bat and missed 3 times now. It's 3-0 to Mark. Ball 4. He walked him on 4 pitches. That'll bring up Rick Wilkins, who has doubled and struck out and scored the Cubs' only run. And Dalton wants a word with Bosky. Walk number 2 issued by Sean. The other one was to Buechele in the 2nd inning. So Rick Wilkins, a dangerous hitter with power. Struck him out on a fastball his last time up.
Catcher Rick Wilkins.
Fouled out of play over the Cubs dugout into the crowd, third base side. Wilkins with that 30 home run, 100 RBI season last year. Great year for the Cubs.
He's one of those hitters that figures I'm going to swing hard in case I hit it, because he really gets his cuts.
Bosky comes inside and misses 1-1. He doubled to right center in the 2nd inning and scored. and then struck out in the 4th. Cubs with 2 on, 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Beaten foul first base side, so the count 1-2. Husky holding on to a 2-run lead. Phillies leading at 3-1, trying to get out of some trouble here in the 6th. Fly ball, foul, left side. It's playable. Batiste makes a fine running play. Kim Batiste stayed with it, and Rick Wilkins can't believe it. Bosky's out of it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base. Still 3-1 Phils.
It has become very popular for automakers to imitate Lexus advertising. But apparently, that's all they've been able to imitate. Because Lexus has been ranked #1 car line in customer satisfaction for each of the last 3 years. Which makes this one Lexus commercial no one can copy. And here are 2 cars no one can copy. The limited anniversary edition LS and ES.
What would you do with a Motorola pager?
Never miss a meeting.
What would you do?
Mom's not home. Pager.
What about you?
All right, you got the pager number, right?
We're
going out. Cool, this works.
What would you do? You could go anywhere, do anything, and still keep in touch with the people you want to keep in touch with. So what are you waiting for? Get the pager from Motorola, the leader in paging.
I don't need some fancy cologne to tell me I'm a man. I use Skin Bracer. It smells great, but it also cools and tones my skin. Confidence is very sexy. Don't you think? Skin Bracer Aftershave.
By Menon. It's a free photo pack with pictures of Phillies players for kids 14 and under, compliments of Mellon PSFS, when the Phils play the Braves Sunday, June 26th at 1:35. Free photos, Big Bad Braves. Call 463-1000.
Tonight's Phillies game is brought to you by Bud Light. It won't fill you up and never let you down, so make it a Bud Light. By your Quality Plus Ford dealer, who invites you to test drive the brand new 1994 Mustang convertible. And by Bell Atlantic Mobile, a mobile phone is only as good as the system it's on. Choose Bell Atlantic Mobile. For the Phillies, it'll be Jim Eisenreich to lead it off, followed by Kim Batiste and Kevin Stocker. Batiste with a good running play on that pop-up hit by Wilkins. Hard ground ball. Dunston, backhand play, throws him out. Good play by Sean Dunston, who's really, when you think about it, has missed 2 years and is now back after serious back problems.
I think he's a little tentative about some of those balls that he has to bend on. You notice he didn't go down very far, reached down there and backhanded it, and didn't throw the ball that hard. He has a great arm.
It's one thing we've seen, though. He still can fire from shortstop when he has to. Here's Batiste, who struggled with the bat tonight, but's made some pretty good defensive plays. Bullinger's pitch is low, ball 1. Neither team has had any bullpen activity tonight. We're in the 6th. Bosky and Bullinger, 3-1 Phils. Stocker on deck. One and one.
Hit that slider again.
There it is. He takes it, but it's a called strike. He'd been chasing that pitch, decided to take it, and Bullinger got it over. Batiste with a 6-game hitting streak, 0 for 2 tonight. He hung that one a little bit, but Rhodes has a pretty good jump on it. Sosa's also there, and Tuffy Rhodes makes the play. 2 outs, and that'll bring up Kevin Stocker, 2 for 2 tonight, with a single to center, an infield hit, and a run scored. Stocker with a .256 average, came into the game at .237. His average still quite volatile because of the fact that he was on the DL for quite some time. One and 0 to Stocker. Kevin rejoined the Phillies last week at Wrigley Field. One ball, one strike on Kevin Stocker. 2 outs, nobody on base. 1 and 2.
Watch this pitch drop. That's his breaking ball. That's that slider, and he took something off that one.
There's Dan Plesac. Left-hander, pitched well against the Phillies last week at Wrigley, starting to throw. Bullinger due to bat 4th in the 7th inning. Stocker tried to check on a breaking ball and couldn't. He's out on strikes. A strong 6th inning for Jim Bullinger. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Harry Callis back with Whitey in the 7th inning. Phil's 3 and the Cubs 1.
Driver, do you have any Bud Light in your vehicle?
Yes.
Then I am Mr. Gallywikich.
You mean Dr. Galakowicz?
Yes, I am. This is so cool.
First time in a limo? Doctor?
In a limo this small.
If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one
Before our children can carry on some of our most fundamental values, they must first understand them. And we can't think of a better reason to support education. Mellon, PSFS.
The winds of change are blowing away old ideas and bringing the all-new Ford Windstar. A totally new minivan. Windstar's innovative design moves the wheels out, stretching the wheelbase, creating the most passenger and cargo room of all leading minivans. And with a quieter interior, Windstar takes the minivan in a whole new direction. The all-new front-wheel drive Ford Windstar. The future of minivans begins today.
Fasten your seatbelts. Because 94 Fleer Ultra Baseball has more gold, more photos, and more incredible inserts featuring superstars and hot rookies. There's one insert card in every pack. Fleer Ultra, better than ever.
After 6 innings of play, it's the Phillies 3 and the Cubs 1. As Americans remember the 50th anniversary of D-Day, PHL presents the epic story on the turning point of the war. Henry Fonda stars in Midway, Thursday at 8, only on PHL 17. As Harry Callis joins us in the 7th. Harry?
All right, thanks, Rich. And Sammy Sosa leads it off. Tries to butt his way on, but Bosky's on in a hurry. Throws Sosa out. Sosa has good speed, but he got it too close to the mound. 1 down.
Yeah, it was too close to the mound. Bosky is a pretty good fielder anyway. Got him by a full stride.
Bring on Steve Buechele. He has walked and grounded out. Phil's 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. Cubs 1 run, 3 hits, and 1 error. One ball and 1 strike to Buechele. 2-1. Good breaking ball, 2-2. Braves have tied the game against San Diego, 2-2. Foul tip struck him out.
Well, you wonder how Dalton caught that foul tip. He has that big, almost like a first baseman's mitt. I mean, that ball was topped, and Dalton caught it. Usually you catch a foul tip, the ball is off the top of the bat. This was off the bottom of the bat.
Strikeout number 7 for Bosky. 2 down here in the 7th. Got that one over to Dunston. Hit to shortstop Stocker. Retires Dunston. A 1-2-3 inning for Bosky. No runs, hits, errors, none less. Stretch time of the vet. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Phillies lead 3-1.
This is the way it was, June 1942, the War of the Pacific.
Now the boss is afraid Yamamoto's going to jump right back at us. Question is where?
Our only hope for victory is one massive strike at Midway.
I'm convinced Yamamoto's target is Midway.
If it's Midway, I'll bushwhack.
Charlton Heston, Henry Fonda, and Glenn Ford. Part 1 of Midway. Thursday at 8 on PHL 17.
This isn't about basketball. It's about business.
Here's a short course on small business.
So what if you're not the biggest business in the game?
Get the ball?
You still succeed because you call the shots.
And take advantage of the big guys when you need to.
Like now with AT&T. Switch and save 20% on business long distance. But it's meant for small businesses, not you big guys.
Just can't wait.
Can't believe this guy.
So call now and save 20%. Let AT&T work for you.
One thing you have to remember when you're dealing with people is that they're all different. So I better have different kinds of chicken, and I better have different kinds of fixings to go from the different kinds of chicken. If you give someone a good meal at a fair price, they'll come back to you.
Now you can choose from 8 pieces of original recipe or extra tasty crispy or a whole Colonel's rotisserie gold chicken, plus 2 large side items and 4 muffins or biscuits, all for just $10.99. It's another reason why the Colonel's way is still the best way.
Hello, I'm Dick Vermeil. Depression, can it be defeated? Thanks to new medications and treatments, 90% of the depressed patients today get better. But the crucial point is to seek help. Depression won't go away by itself.
Well, Lenny Dykstra's picked up a couple of walks today, and he's scored his 54th run. Leads the league in those departments. Story's been Bosky, though. 7 innings of pitching, only giving up 1 earned run, 7 strikeouts, a couple of walks. Bollinger's pitched well enough. 6 innings, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks.
And Whitey, it took the Phillies pitcher, Sean Bosky, to get the Phillies out of this rut of first inning and done.
Yeah.
He tripled to drive in a run to help himself his last time up. He's 1 out of 2. Well, those Bravos have gone in front of San Diego 3-2.
I think this is their year, Harry.
Oh, they're going to be awfully tough.
I mean,
Venice had them 1 hit through 6, and next thing you know, they have the lead.
They beat the Dodgers Sunday with 4 in the 8th. I'll never forget that game they beat the Phillies.
Phil's carrying an 8-1 lead into the 9th. Twelfth birthday wishes to a great Phillies fan in intensive care at St. Christopher's Hospital, Keith Jellyman. Keith, God bless. Hope you're doing okay. 3 balls and a strike to Bosky. Sean's triple was not the first triple of his career. It was the second. Right there, it's a full count to Sean Bosky. Bosky gets a leadoff walk, 4th walk given up by Bullinger.
He didn't want to do that. Tom Troublehorn.
Looks like he's going to make a double switch here.
And he didn't want to do that either. He wanted Bullinger to get through this inning.
Going to bring in Ray Sanchez along with the pitcher. Sanchez will be in for either Dunston or Buechele. He'll be in for Dunston. So Sanchez would bat in the 9 spot, and the new pitcher will bat in the number 8 spot, vacated by Sean Dunston. Dan Plesac will be the new pitcher. We got a pitching change in the AT&T call to the bullpen. Salutes JBA International in Mount Laurel, New Jersey, an international software company.
If you were to take every article, every review, every honor, every award, everything positive people have had to say about the Toyota Camry and put it on a wall, you'd need a very big wall. And now there's the new 1994 Toyota Camry with dual airbags, a new V6, and built in America. Imagine the wall we're going to need for that.
If you've got a group of 25 or more, we'll give you a great time at a Phillies game. For all the details about a special package for your group at a Phillies game, call 463-5000.
Bottom half of the 7th inning, Phillies lead it by a score of 3-1. Travel arranged through U.S. Air, offering daily nonstop service between Philadelphia and Mexico City. Nonstop to Mexico City. U.S. Air begins with you. Dan Plesac, the left-hander, is the new pitcher for the Cubs. Plesac appearing in his 30th game. He's won 1, lost 2, no saves, a 3.56 ERA. 30 1/3 innings of work, 25 hits and 12 earned runs. He struck out 28 while walking 8. He has been really tough against left-hand hitters. Left-hand hitters are 1 for 35 against him. The only left-hand hitter with a hit off him this year is Steve Finley of Houston.
Well, he has that good slider, and he has pretty good control with it.
There's Ray Sanchez at shortstop. He'll be leading off the 8th inning, batting in the 9 spot for Chicago. Lenny Dykstra will be the batter. He has walked, rounded sharply to first, and walked. He has scored a run. John Bosky at first base. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. Dykstra lifetime is 1 for 4 against Plesac. No strikes. Plesac, 32 years old. He's 6'5", 215 pounds. First round draft pick of Milwaukee in the June '83 draft. Filed for free agency and signed by the Cubs. 2-0.
Phillies in a pretty good hitting situation right here. They're holding Bosky on first. The hole is there. It's a good count. 2-0. Ought to get a fastball here.
He did, but it's inside 3-0. Walked him. Didn't want to do that. Phillies have 2 men on base. The 3rd time Dystra's walked tonight. 48th time this year. And Mariano Duncan will be the batter. Duncan's double to drive in a run is grounded out and hit into a fielder's choice. And with a left-hand hitting Kruk and Dalton due up next, he won't be bunting here, I don't believe.
Now, he's so good at moving runners. I believe that Fregosi would rather have Duncan try to do that than sacrifice the runner.
Duncan is 2 for 3 off Plesac lifetime.
Cubs are looking for the bunt.
I don't think he's bunting. He is. That's kind of surprising with Plesac's record against left-hand hitters.
I still don't think he's bunting. He showed bunt, but I still don't think he's going to bunt. Mo Grabowski, the pitching coach, is out to talk to Plesac. He hasn't thrown a strike yet. And he has good control. He was a closer at Milwaukee when he was up there.
Pitched in 3 All-Star games. Had some good years in Milwaukee. Bosky at second, Dykstra at first, nobody out.
Duncan seems to move those runners better with a right-hand pitcher than he does a left-hand pitcher. Some reason.
He's bunting. Bunts it foul. 1 ball and 1 strike.
It's also not like Fregosi. He would generally let Dunk hit away. About the only people he ever bunts with are the pitchers.
He's showing bunt again. Takes it on the outside corner. It's 1-2.
I think he'd pinch it for Kruk, do you?
I don't think so, no. Chased a bad pitch and struck him out. 1 down, and that'll bring on John Kruk.
I don't think Duncan wanted to bunt there, but he doesn't look like a happy camper in there. Chased a high outside pitch.
John Kruk is single, grounded out, and struck out. Had a cut, fouled it back.
Yes, he did. He had a good cut at that fastball. Now they'll probably give Kruk sliders.
Kruk has 1 lifetime hit against Plesac and 5 at-bats. fielded by Sandberg. Sanchez won. Double play. And Ray Sanchez is some shortstop. He just came into the game. He turned it nicely. Sandberg to Sanchez to Grace. Bills go down in the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. We move to the 8th inning. 3-1 Phillies.
And remember, you're playing for Bud Light, ladies. The boys are back in town.
These guys are good.
Who are you calling guys?
Yeah.
Looks like you're in the finals. Ma'am, for the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
You're the defending ladies pool champion?
Yes, I am.
At Mobile, we can help you fill up fast by paying right at the pump.
Wedding.
With more credit and ATM cards than any other station.
Best man.
So you can pull up, pump up, pay up, and still get to the church on time. Mobile, how can we help you?
For $429, you could enjoy yourself here for maybe a day. Or enjoy a new Eldorado for $429 a month for 24 months with $28.62 down. You could get a weekend of golf here. Or a full month in a new Eldorado with its 270 horsepower North Star system. So why enjoy yourself for only a few hours when you could have this kind of fun for 2 glorious years? See your Cadillac Super Network dealers.
Tonight's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by the Pennsylvania Lottery. Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians. By Motorola Pagers. Never miss an important call. Pocket a pager from Motorola. And by 1994 Flair Ultra Baseball. Better than ever. Here's the double play that ended the inning. Sanchez.
Yeah, that nicely executed on a sharply hit ball. It was very close at first.
Very close.
Boy. I think he's
safe.
Sure he is. He was. He tied. He had a little better than a tie.
Mott didn't get the call, and the batter will be Ray Sanchez, the lead off for Chicago here in the 8th, batting for the first time, hitting at .257. Pops a foul out of play. With Dunston back, Sanchez doesn't get much of a chance to play, but this guy's a good little glove wherever they play him. Play him at short, they play him at third. You can make the plays. No balls and 2 strikes to Sanchez. To center, Lenny Dykstra right there. Sanchez is retired. 1 down. That'll bring up Tuffy Rhodes. Rhodes has struck out, grounded out, and singled. One ball and no strikes to Tuffy Rhodes. Let that one in there. It's 1-1. Bosky has 7 strikeouts. He's walked 2. His career high in strikeouts, 8. Set in 1990 against
Phillies.
You got it. $25,838 the paid attendance here tonight. Not a bad crowd considering the downpour before the game. Game was delayed a half hour at the outset. Cubs in tomorrow. Danny Jackson will pitch tomorrow night against Anthony Young. And on Wednesday, it'll be David West and Kevin Foster. Foster going to the Cubs in the Sean Bosky deal. In the air to center. Lenny Dykstra right there waiting. And squeezing for out number 2.
At Tuffy Rhodes with a changeup. Hasn't thrown that changeup much. Threw one to Wilkins back in the second inning. Wilkins doubled on it.
Ryne Sandberg is topped out, struck out, and flied out to center. Fouls that one out of play. 0-1. On the outside corner at the knees, he's ahead of Sandberg. No balls and 2 strikes. Hard ground ball, but at Mariano Duncan, and will retire the Cubs in the 8th. No runs, hits, errors, none left after 7.5. 3-1 Phils.
Acme's got price cut savings you can really sink your teeth into, like famous Lancaster brand bottom round roast, just $1.59 a pound. Fireside semi-boneless ham, only 98 cents a pound. Scott Towel big rolls, 59 cents each. And Red Sheep natural apple juice, only 99 cents. Plus, check out over 2,500 price cuts like these store-wide, only at Acme.
Check it out, Acme style, check it out.
All over the world, when people are late, you're guaranteed to hear excuses.
The alarm clock broke.
Mein Goldfisch ist gestorben.
Problème des cheveux?
At UPS, however, we guarantee we'll be on time. In fact, we now guarantee on-time delivery to hundreds of cities around the world or your money back. So while you might hear, you'll never hear it from us.
Introducing the new 1995 Lexus Coupe. After all, you only go around once.
Good evening. I'm Neil Hartman with a sports break. Well, you saw earlier Atlanta taking the lead from San Diego, but this wild pitch by Greg McMichael tied things up in the 9th, and then San Diego has just taken the lead now 4-3 out in front of Atlanta. They're in the top of the 9th inning. New York out in front of Colorado 5-0 in the 4th. It is 10-5 Montreal leading Houston. Los Angeles out in front of Florida, and San Francisco won this afternoon. 3-1 Phillies lead to the bottom of the 8th. We send it back to Richie and Harry.
All right, thanks, Neil. And Darren Dalton leads it off. He singled to knock in a run, fly to deep center, and walked. Facing Dan Plesac, who came in the 7th. Base hit center field. Only the second hit by a left-hand hitter this year off Plesac.
Got that fastball and right down the middle of the plate. Hit her a little bit off the end of the bat, but dumped it into center field.
That'll bring on Pete Incaviglia. Incaviglia's fly to right, fly to left, and grounded out. Incaviglia's had all kinds of trouble lifetime against this fella in the American League and here in the National League. He's 0 for 16 against Plesac.
He won't bunt. You can bet on that.
Nope. 1 ball and no strikes.
It's a real bad pitch there, a low pitch.
Kirk Wendell, who was just called up by the Cubs, who they put Mike Morgan on the disabled list, is up in Chicago's bullpen. Hit to the shortstop, Sanchez to Sandberg. They turn the double play. Phillies have been grounding into a lot of double plays in the last few ball games.
Yeah, and those double plays have kept the Cubs, close enough.
Cubs here again tomorrow night. Danny Jackson against Anthony Young. Also on Wednesday night at 7:35. Then the Runnin' Redbirds move in. Thursday and Friday night, 7:35. Saturday at 7:05. Sunday, don't forget, is a night game, 8:05. Men's caps for all men 15 and over on Sunday night. Plan to be on hand for the remainder of this homestand. For tickets, call 463-1000. One ball and one strike to Jim Eisenreich. Eyes is nothing out of 3. Is fly to center and twice grounded out. Only Atlanta has grounded into more double plays than the Phillies this year. Two balls and 2 strikes to Eisenreich.
Wilkins appealed that strike, but it was a called strike anyway.
Spoils a tough pitch, still 2-2. Cubs will have the meat of the order coming up in the 9th inning. Derek May, Mark Grace, and Rick Wilkins. And Doug Jones is up in the Phillies bullpen. Fouls off another slider, still 2-2 to Eisenreich. Line drive left field. May keeps it in front of him. It'll be a base hit for Eisenreich. So Plesac had given up just 1 hit to left-hand hitters and 35 at bats, but 2 lefties have picked up hits off him for the Phils. Dalton and now Eisenreich.
A good at bat by Eisenreich. He was getting some pretty good swings at the left-hander, and he finally got one in there. May did a pretty good job of keeping that ball in front of him. It could have skidded by easily.
Here's Kim Baptiste. He is nothing out of 3. Is twice struck out and flied out to center field. Fly ball center field. Tuffy Rhodes right there. And the Phillies are down in the 8th. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. We go to the 9th inning. Phil's lead 3-1.